Hey folks, I am going to CrossFit. It's a Saturday here. Um, I figured I had a pretty long week and I didn't get many videos out. Certainly not as many as I'd like to. And kind of figured I'd just catch up on where things are at. How I'm trying to tackle certain things. So this isn't like a Reddit topic. I don't have a question I'm going to be answering. But in general, if you're new to this channel, I try to take questions in the comments, or if you want, you can submit them on social media to DevLeader or Nick Cosentino on LinkedIn. And if you submit questions through social media messages, then I'll just keep you anonymous. But if you've seen the other videos, you know that I usually just go to Reddit to answer stuff or questions that people leave. So yeah, today I'm going to do it a little different because I'm driving to CrossFit. The Saturday location is pretty close. So it doesn't give me a ton of time to go through topics, but I thought kind of interesting week for me just because, I don't know, I've been talking about burnout and stuff a lot because I've been really burnt out. And kind of reached a milestone at the end of last week, I think. Yeah. Which is good. So I don't know if I've kind of said it on the channel, but the original sort of deadline for the project was last week, and we had a bit of a not like a scheduling issue, but basically due to another project that came up. It was actually, so I've talked about this other project. There's a bunch of people that were involved, and we were like, hey, we want to extend it by basically a week. Let's go, come on. Sorry, person at the light wasn't driving. And just because of how things are coordinated with who we have to present to, we couldn't extend it a week. The next earliest date was a month. So while for some people it doesn't make a big difference, right? Because they're wrapping up their stuff on the project. There's always a couple pieces that go a little over because it's not quite black and white when things are finished. So they're wrapping things up. That's great. They can kind of go back to normal. So it's really nice for the team because over the month, there's people that are already completely moved off the project and back to normalcy. A couple other people are still wrapping things up. And for context, we have services that go across the planet, and we don't just snap our fingers and put those services everywhere all at once. We have to take our time and do it carefully. So depending on what the changes and stuff are, right? We have to accommodate that. Now, that's great, but the problem for me is that because I am leading the project, I don't shift off of it, right? So it's nice for everyone else to kind of be moving off, but I don't move off. I get stuck on it for another month. Now, the reality is that the weight of the project reduces for me because parts of it are totally closing out. That's great. But yeah, it doesn't remove it from my to-do list. So it's gotten a little bit better over the last week, which is nice. But then I took someone else's backup on-call shift. We swapped. And just for a little bit more context, the reason why this is extra shit for me is because originally I planned to take a full week off. I've been so burnt out. I was going to take a full week off from work just to literally do nothing and try and reset this past week. Because if you've seen the other videos, you know that I got nothing left. And someone asked to swap, and I don't know, trying to be helpful. The reality is I wasn't going to take the time off though, because my normal on-call shift would have been coming up in a week. So I just took it a week early, the backup part. And I was going to move my vacation out a month anyway, because taking a week off, when I do my on-call shift and taking a week dedicated to that in the middle, I'm going to be so not distracted, I don't know what the right word is. I'm going to be so focused on doing on-call work that I'm not going to be dedicating time to this project. So I don't want to take a week for that plus a week of vacation. Like, that's not, I'm going to be so stressed out for wrapping up this big project that, like, it's not worth it. Like, it won't be a good vacation. So anyway, just from a timing perspective, going from like complete burnout to like I had a super busy backup on-call shift. It just like destroying me, man. Like, so I didn't get a lot recorded because I didn't drive anywhere. I hadn't left my house until Wednesday, from like the whole week. Wednesday night or Thursday morning, I hadn't left my house. I think it was on Thursday. So hadn't gone to the gym. CrossFit is, classes start at 6 in the morning, but that's when my on-call shift starts. Classes at that location end at 6 at night. That's when my on-call shift ends. And then I was working on this other project for work after 6 p.m. anyway. So even going to like a normal commercial gym, I just didn't have like capacity for it. So it's just been more shit, right? Like, it's just a lot going on. And I just kind of need the main project to wrap up. That'll take a huge burden off of my plate. And then the second project, I actually don't know when that. It's, without getting into the details of it, it's like this. I don't know a good way to explain this. The scope is changing because we're a support role in it. So we're basically there to provide support, and it's a little bit more reactionary, which makes it very challenging, right? And then trying to be, I'll use the word agile, trying to be agile with that kind of stuff, and shifting priorities as things come up to address that project. So this is why it ends up taking time outside of work, because we're trying to be able to pivot to support it, but depending on the urgency, that's the only time we got to be able to address things that come up. So what does that mean for me? Well, it means I'm still burnt the hell out. I'm going to be taking time off in May for sure, though. As an engineering manager, I think it's a crappy example to not take time off. We have discretionary time off for folks, at least in the U.S. Labor laws in different countries make it kind of spicy to try and do it globally all at once to roll it out, but I think that's the plan long term. But in the U.S., it's discretionary time off, so it's in other places that's called unlimited time off. And people, especially engineers, I find don't take time off. It's pretty rare that people, like, from my experience, abuse taking time off. And I don't want to set an example where it's like I'm not taking time off because I'm like, oh no, like work's more important. So I'm not taking time off, and then people see that and they go, it's kind of reinforcing the fact they already don't take time off. I don't want to perpetuate that. But like, I am literally doing that. So I've had to have conversations with people on my team, because it's like spring break and stuff in April, especially for people with kids. And they want to be at home with their kids because they're going to be off from school. And I'm like, hey, like, please, like, take the time off. Like, you need to go do that. You already had plans. Go do that. And then I'm trying to explain to them, like, I've moved my vacation, but you'll see me take time off in May. So I'm trying to be very transparent about it, because I think it's important. These people have been working on this project too. So, like, I'm burnt out, but it's not like it was easy for them either. So, just got to make sure that they're focused on their health and their sort of like the mental and emotional side of things too, right? Like, take the time off, definitely. But this extra second project, right, that's kind of cropped up, because it's chewing into like my my personal time before and after work, it's like, it's really problematic for me to sustain like a work-life balance like this, because then it means like for me to film content on my main YouTube channel and stuff, like when do I do that? I haven't made a video on my main YouTube channel in 2 weeks. This is a channel that the only time I've missed putting videos out for a week is if when I had the C word, when I've taken vacation to go, I think even when I took vacation to go to Hawaii, once a year over the past 2 years, I think I had videos pre-recorded and I released them over the week. So this is like the first time in almost 2.5 years that for 2 weeks I haven't put out videos. No, hasn't happened. But I haven't had time to record. I just simply have not had my own personal time. So yeah, I'm really feeling like completely beat up, and it sucks because like it's not going to help me get promoted. It's not going to get me paid more. It's I feel like it's because I'm doing the right thing. But at some point, like, kind of being motivated to do the right thing is like, you can only reach so deep to do that, right? And especially after working on this other project since the beginning of December last year. So that's all of December up through April, right? That's going to be 5 months of this project. It's almost half a year by the time it's done. So it's been 4 months so far. And now I need to go find, extra motivation. That's why you don't tailgate me, you dummy. I could see the look on someone's face when they were about to hit me. Don't drive so close. Yeah, like it's just hard to kind of, to reach for that motivation, but I think my moral compass is aligned to what I would say is like doing the right thing. Unfortunately, I feel like sometimes it's aligned for doing the right thing for not me, and that's problematic when I don't keep that in check. So, yeah, trying to understand more what that means for me, because it's not a good feel, and like. What I'm trying to say is like this cannot become the new norm, because it's not sustainable. I've worked crazy hours for years at a time before at a startup, like weekdays, weekends, and did not feel burnt out. I felt burnt out like within like a couple weeks of doing this stuff. So completely different headspace, completely different interest / motivation. So it's very difficult to keep it up. So from a sustainability perspective, it's just like it's not there. And also, when I used to do this, like responsibility and compensation would be associated with it. So it continued to like, in my opinion, positively perpetuate what was going on. Nice, made it through the light. And now it's kind of like, I'm like, well, why? Like, I'm doing it because I feel like it's the right thing, but it's not the right thing for me. So, I'm at CrossFit. I'm almost done being sick, which is nice. There's a parking spot right out the front, which is nice. I should use the 360 cam today. Because it's actually like very nice out today. Anyway, that's today's video. I'm going to put this out tomorrow on Sunday, just because it's not like a, I don't know, super informative video, but I thought it'd be nice to check in with folks thanks for being here. And again, if you guys want stuff answered, you know what to do, right? Leave it in the comments or send it in on social media. Look for Dev Leader. But that's what's going on in my life right now. Hoping to kind of bounce back. If you've watched the videos over time, you probably see especially before December, like my energy level being like relatively high to just like constantly declining. And people have said it in the comments, right? So trying to get back to normalcy. So thanks for being here. I'll see you next time.